We live in a world driven by debt. Whether it's consumer debt spent on everyday goods, institutional debt used to build the infrastructure we rely on, or government debt used to fund national programs, everyone takes on debt. Debt is an essential component of our modern society. In the world of crypto, debt plays a crucial role. Taking out loans is a core feature of DeFi, and new mechanisms for borrowing and lending assets are constantly being developed. Debt, however, by its nature can be a burden. It requires productive use of capital to prevent debt from growing, which in some cases can even lead to liquidation. But what if there was a way to take on debt in a more productive way? What if the loans you took on were automatically repaid by the network you transact on? Enter Superseed. Superseed is a general-purpose Ethereum Layer 2 network currently in its testnet phase being built on the Optimism Superchain stack. It allows users to take advantage of a tool known as super collateral, which passively uses different sources of revenues on the network to pay out super collateral loans. The repayment of the interest on these loans using these fees creates a self-repaying loan system which allows users to have a lot more security taking on debt. The project is currently being developed by Arcantum Labs, a group of longtime DeFi investors and builders. So how does Superseed work? Superseed turns their native chain governance token into super collateral by giving it some useful characteristics. In order to be able to take on these self-repaying loans on the network, users need to post collateral into a CDP or collateralized debt position protocol on Superseed using the governance token. This protocol will be natively built out and deployed by the Superseed team once the mainnet launches. The CDP protocol is meant to serve as a liquidity hub on the network where users can go to borrow assets and find the most liquid markets. This protocol will allow users to borrow a variety of assets using CDPs or collateralized debt positions similarly to MakerDAO. The way this works is a user deposits an approved collateral asset into the CDP, which allows them to choose between borrowing assets that are lent out inside of the CDP protocol or minting the native stablecoin. The benefits of a CDP over a lending market is that liquidity can always be borrowed through minting new stablecoins, given positions are sufficiently collateralized. Users don't need to wait for more lenders to deposit in order to borrow assets. So what are these fee sources that pay out super collateral loans? Being a Layer 2, Superseed is able to take advantage of a few different sources of fees to fund the repayment of self-repaying loans. First off, there are network sequencer fees. Users who transact on the network pay a small fee for their transactions to be included on the network. These fees go towards making sure Layer 2 transactions can be posted on Ethereum. On other Layer 2 networks, part of these fees go into treasuries, or are used for other purposes on each specific network. On Superseed, however, these fees will go towards the repayment of super collateral loans. The second source of these fees is CDP loan interest. Users borrowing assets via the CDP protocol will have to pay an interest on their assets. Part of those interest fees will go towards the repayment of super collateral loans. These normal loans are different to super collateral loans because super collateral loans need a 500% collateralization ratio to gain super collateral loan status. Interest from loans without this super collateral status are the ones that will be used to pay back super collateral loans. If the CDP does become the liquidity hub of the chain, we can expect this source to account for the bulk of repayment fees for super collateral loans. Lastly, the third source of fees is a new mechanism pioneered by the Superseed team known as proof of repayment. To keep it as high level as possible, a daily auction takes place on the network where users can choose to repay super collateral loans in return for the Superseed governance token. Whoever puts up the most money to repay the super collateral loans wins that day's token emissions. There is a yearly token emission schedule for the Superseed governance token of 2% to account for this feature. All of these sources of fees then go into dynamic repayment vaults, which are the tool that is used to actually pay the super collateral loans themselves. Liquidity is stored inside of these vaults, which pay out the super collateral loans pro rata according to a predetermined schedule. The last piece to mention is the native stablecoin. This stablecoin can be minted through the CDP protocol and has plans to be integrated across the ecosystem as approved collateral for different DeFi applications. Its peg is held in part by fees earned from dynamic repayment vaults during proof of repayment auctions, which are converted into stablecoins, ecosystem apps locking up supply and driving demand for the stablecoin, and under-collateralized loans which have part of their collateral auctioned off which are converted to these stablecoins. So far, Superseed has gone through 2 phases of their testnet, with the third starting on September 13, 2024. Users can get involved with the project by bridging and interacting with apps on their testnet, completing quests for possible future rewards via quest platforms like Galaxy and Layer 3 XYZ, and being active on their Discord, where users can obtain roles for completing different tasks. The next major milestones for the project is their token generation event and launch of their mainnet. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe, as it greatly helps my channel. If there are other topics that you would like me to cover, please leave your ideas down in the comments below and I'll do my best to get to them. Until next time, thanks for watching.